Join me on a journey to embrace your Kavela life. Hi friends, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Rachel. Welcome to your vinyasa flow. So if you're ready, let's begin. So coming to a comfortable seated position, maybe taking the palms to the knees. Just begin to come to the present moment, rolling the shoulders back, maybe taking 4 big shoulder rolls here. Going in one direction. And then the opposite direction. And then just settling in. Start to really ground those sits bones. Start to notice the alignment of the shoulders over the hips. Really coming into a beautiful posture here, lengthening that spine. Just getting centered, coming into your practice. Begin to notice the breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Begin to slowly build on the breath, drawing the breath deep into the lungs. Coming into that nice, deep, steady breath. And as we move through our practice, always coming back to that breath, connecting the breath with the movements. Let's slowly inhale, float the arms up, reaching the fingertips up to the sky. Bring the palms together. Exhale, hands into the heart center. Let's take a moment to set an intention, dedication for your practice if you'd like. And slowly inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Taking the palms out in front of you, let's come into our tabletop. Get that alignment, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. And let's start to just move through some gentle cat-cows here, letting the belly drop, hips rise, gaze up, tuck the toes, starting to wake up the feet. Exhale around. So just coming into your cat-cows with your own breath, at your own pace, taking 8 rounds here. Waking up, warming up that spine. Inhale, letting the belly drop, coming into cow. Exhale, round, draw the chin to the chest, round, push the ground away, opening up that upper back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Making your way back to that neutral spine. Let's extend that right leg back, tucking the toes, press the heel away, getting a nice little stretch in the back of the leg, the calf. Inhale, float that right leg up. Square the hips and shoulders to the ground. Breathe. Start to really extend through that right leg. Option to float the left arm out, coming into our spinal balancing here. Get really long, reach and extend. Strengthening all the muscles along the spine here. Engaging the core. Exhale, elbow to knee for 8. Extend, nice and slow and controlled. Warming up that body. Starting to build some heat. Lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Hold here. Reach and extend. Bend that right knee. Reach around to the top of the right foot. Kicking that foot into the palm. Lift. Feel a beautiful stretch in that right hip flexor. Gaze up to the sky. Lifting the heart. Exhale, slowly release. Float it down. Let's come into an extended child's pose. Stretch out that lower back. Hips drop to the heels. Reach and extend through the fingertips. Forehead touches. Push the breath all the way down to the lower back. Inhale, let's float back up to tabletop. Get that alignment. Coming to the opposite side, left leg extends. Tuck the toes first. Press that heel away. Feel that calf stretch. Start to notice if the hips are square, shoulders square to the ground. Gaze to the top of your mat. Inhale, let's float that left leg up. Make any adjustments you need to here. Point the toe. Flex the foot. Whatever feels good. And then float that right arm out. Really reach and extend. Get nice and long here. Breathe. Push the breath through the entire body. Push the ground away. And exhale, elbow to knee for 8. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale. And get really long here. Hold, reach and extend, and bend that left knee. Reach around. Kick that left foot into the right palm. Lift the chest. Gaze up. And exhale. Float it down. Find your child's pose. Stretch it out. From here, float up, come into your tabletop, and then let those hips drop down to the mat, coming down all the way onto the belly. Pin the legs together, take the palms outside the chest, elbows to the sky. Start to come into your baby cobra, waking up that lower back. Exhale, round. Inhale, peel. Exhale, float down. Inhale up. Exhale. Press through the palms, coming onto the knees, tabletop, tuck the toes. Find your first downward facing dog of the practice. Lifting the hips up to the sky. Start to pedal the heels, move the hips. Walk your dog out. Let that sternum drop. Let the head hang, shoulder blades down the back. Drop the heels. And then come back to your high plank. Lower the knees, the chest, the chin. Take it all the way down. Inhale, peel the chest. Exhale down. So coming here, 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Press up, tabletop, tuck the toes, down dog. Lift those hips up. 2 breaths. And let's start to walk the feet slowly towards the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Bring the palms to the shins. Exhale, bend those knees. This time, roll all the way up, coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Float the arms, reach to the sky. Press those palms together, lift and lengthen. Really lift the torso out of the hips. Coming into a gentle back bend, let the hips press forward. Exhale, hands to heart. Coming in for our sun salutations. 3 sun breaths here. Exhale, hands to heart. Big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. And exhale. Adding on here. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend those knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll all the way up. Inhale, float the arms. Coming into a nice rhythm here with the breath, with the movements. Really connect your breath. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll all the way up. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale. Hands to heart. 1 more just like that. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to heart. Adding on. Inhale up. Adding the legs. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right leg. Left leg. High plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths here. Walk, step, or float the feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, other side. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Left leg, right leg, high plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths. Walk the feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Sweep those arms up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, sink the hips. Relax the shoulders. Slight pelvic tilt here. Get nice and low. Waking up those quads. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, walk, step, or float the feet. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths. Walk, step, or float the feet. Inhale, right back into your chair. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, let's take the hands behind the lower back. Interlace the fingers, press the palms together, standing cobra. Start to open those shoulders, the chest, let the head drop back. Exhale, bend the knees forward fold, keep those fingers interlaced, float the arms overhead, let that head drop, ground the feet, start to straighten those knees, waking up the hamstrings. Let gravity draw that upper body down, the head down towards the ground. Chest to thighs. Release the fingers, sweep the arms, Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale all the way up. Float that right arm. Let's take a nice lateral side stretch. Reaching that left arm overhead. Avoid collapsing into the right side. Lift and lengthen, reaching up. Inhale, float the right arm. Exhale, lateral stretch. Reach and extend. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's take the hands to the hips. Take a little hop or step. Bringing the feet hips width apart. Coming in for a forward fold here. So leading with the heart, hinge at the hips. Exhale, fold. Slight bend in the knees, soften those knees, bring the fingertips down to the ground. Maybe from here, lifting the heels and the toes if that feels good, or just find stillness here. Rocking from the toes to the heels. And then if you've had enough of that, let's take the hands to the elbows, coming in for ragdoll. Again, just let the weight of the upper body naturally will help to lengthen those hamstrings. Maybe rock from side to side. Breathe. Shift the weight towards the toes. Lift those hips higher. And then release the fingertips back down. Walk the feet back in. Bring those hands to prayer. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Sweep those arms up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Big arms, dive it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, walk, step or float the feet. High plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. We're going to add on here. Float that right leg up to the sky for a three-legged dog. Square the hips, shoulders first. Point the toe. Let's flex the feet a couple of times. Just bringing some movement into the ankle here. And then flex that foot, float it down to meet the right foot. Down dog. High plank, optional. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg, three-legged dog, float it up. Square the hips, shoulders. Drop that right heel closer. Really lengthen through that left leg, pointing and flexing the foot. And then flex the foot here. Float it down. Down dog. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Now we're just going to alternate the legs. So right leg is going to float up for a three-legged dog. Flex that foot, float it down. Hold here, down dog. Left leg floats up. Flex that left foot, press the heel away, and then float it down. So just at your own pace, just float the leg. Alternating legs, pointing the toes. Just do what feels good for you. Left leg. Float it down. One more time. Right leg floats up. Exhale. Left leg. Exhale. And it doesn't matter how high the leg is. We're just bringing some movement into the legs, the hips. Next time, float the right leg up. Bend the right knee this time. Start to stack the hip. Let that right foot hang heavy. And then knee to chest. Step through for low lunge. Ground the left knee. Sweep the arms. 3 breaths here. reaching up with those fingertips, the arms, the chest, sinking the hips down. Big arms, frame that right foot, forward fold. Let that chest drop. Flex the foot. Come back to the top of your mat, center, ground that left palm, float that right arm up. Low lunge twist. Open up that rib cage. And then come back to center. Tuck the left toes, we're gonna flow it out. Right leg up to the sky. Exhale, float it down. You can hold here or flow through high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Left leg floats up to the sky. Hold here first. And then exhale, bend that left knee. Let that left foot hang heavy. Open up that left hip. Knee to chest, low lunge. Ground that right knee. Sweep the arms. 3 breaths here. Really focus on opening up the hips. Big arms. Frame that left foot. Forward fold. Let the chest drop. Use that nice, deep, steady breath. Come back to center, back to the top of your mat. Ground that right palm, float that left arm up. Stack the shoulders, spiral that rib cage, opening up. Breathe. Come back to center, flow it out, tuck the right toes, left leg to the sky. Down dog, high plank, chaturanga danasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Remember to modify wherever you need to. Make this practice your own. Let's pedal the heels, bend the knees. Walk your dog here. Right leg floats up to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Draw that right knee over to the right elbow, working the obliques. Extend, 3-legged dog. Cross it over to the left. Extend, knee to chest. Repeat one more time. Knee over to the right. 3-legged dog. Take your time. Extend. Knee to chest. Hold, hover here, then step through for a low lunge. So this time, keep that left knee lifted and extend through the left leg if you can. Holding here. And then from here, coming into a forward fold, but coming into pyramid. So step that left foot in, fold over the right leg. square those hips. Go deeper. Use your breath. From here, option taking the hand to that right hip. Now notice where the right hip is. If it's forward, start to draw it back. Pull that right hip back, left hip forward, and then come into your reverse triangle. Float that right arm up. Twist here. Breathe. Nice. Exhale, take it back to center. Bend that right knee, coming back to your low lunge. Low lunge twist, float that right arm up. Come back to center. Walk the right hand inside the right foot, coming right into your lizard pose. So walk that right foot out. Really extend here. So staying lifted. If you want, ground that left knee, and then take a little moment here coming into lizard. Find maybe a deeper expression of your lizard pose. So wherever you are, you want to make sure if you're in lizard, the right foot walked out to the edge of your mat. Get that right foot out, right. And it's okay even if that knee starts to kind of open up. That's what you want. You can roll onto the outer edge of that right foot. Think about lowering the chest closer to the ground. It's okay if you're right up here on the palms, that's fine. Think about the hips sinking lower, chest getting lower, and then one day the chest lies on the ground. Think about a lizard. His belly's almost all the way to the ground, right? Opening up that hip. And then let's come up. Let's take those palms up. Walk the right foot back into center. Tuck the left toes and let's flow it out. Right leg extends. If you want, maybe keep that right leg lifted, flowing through three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Two breaths. Gaze past the knees. Notice if those knees are kind of caving inward. Mine always are. Start to think about spiraling the thighs out. So the knees kind of turn outward. Hips, heels drop down. Float that left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Drop that right heel. Really opening up that left hip. Coming in for our abdominal work here. Left knee over to that left elbow. Three-legged dog, nice and slow and controlled. Cross that knee over the midline of the body, bringing it over to the right elbow. Extend. knee to chest. Three-legged dog. Over to the left. Extend nice and strong. Building that strength in the upper body, the core. Extend. Last one, knee to chest. Hold, hover. Work for it. Step through. Low lunge. Keep that right knee off the ground. Holding here. Breathe. Really extend through that right heel. From here, pyramid pose. Step that right foot in. Forward fold. Folding over that left leg. Square the hips. Take a moment here to really try to find some space, some depth. Both feet are facing forward. Working towards straightening the knees, but keep a nice soft knee, especially in the left knee. Keep drawing that left hip back, right hip forward. Try to flatten the palms to the ground. If you want, go for that reverse triangle. Take your left hand to the left hip. Think about drawing that left hip back even further. And then maybe float that left arm up, gazing up to the left palm. And then come back to center. Take it back to that low lunge. Low lunge twist. Float that left arm up. Twist it up. Stay high on that big right toe. So you want to avoid kind of collapsing into that right leg. Come back to center. And then walk that left palm inside the left foot first. Walk the left foot out to the outer edge of your mat. Find your lizard. Stay lifted here first for a minute. Maybe shift the weight forward and back. Try to go deeper into those hips. And then when you're ready, ground that right knee or do whatever feels good. Try to repeat what you did on the other side, just balancing out the body. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Go deeper. Let it go. And then let's walk back up onto the palms, come back to center. Walk that left foot back in. Low lunge here. Tuck the right toes. Flow it out, maybe three-legged chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Right leg floats. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Knee to chest. Step through. For a low lunge first, then come into your high lunge. So find your balance, your center. Square those hips, relax the shoulders. Opening up, warrior 2. Sink those hips. Flip that right palm, inhale, peaceful your warrior. Lift and lengthen, sinking deeper, nice strong legs here. Work those legs. Exhale, warrior 2. Pivot on the right foot, opening up for a wide-legged stance. Arms are out in T. Holding here, start to turn the toes in slightly. With the heart, with the chest. Exhale, take a forward fold. Nice strong core. Take the palms to the mat. So from here, taking whatever feels good for you. You can keep the palms center. You can take the hands to the ankles. You can go for an inversion. Just start to really focus on shifting the weight towards the toes, lifting the hips up higher, getting that head closer to the ground. Feel the back of the legs, the hamstrings lengthening here. Make sure you're breathing. Maybe walk the arms through the window of the legs. Really try to get that head down to the ground. Keep the knees soft. Don't lock out the knees. Engage those quad muscles. Breathe. And then take the palms back to center. From here, turn the right toes out. Start to bend that right knee, coming into half malasana. Flex the right foot. Take the hands into prayer, maybe the elbows coming into the inside of that right knee. Balance here, sink the hips. And then take the palms back down. Let's come back to center. Take it over to the left side. So make sure the toes are turned out on that left foot. Sink the hips, take your time. Flex that right foot if you can. Hands to prayer. Opening up those hips. Start to really lengthen through the spine, opening up the chest. Come back to center. Great job, everybody. And let's walk to the top of our mat. Flowing it out. Right leg up. Maybe throw in a couple of push-ups for fun if you'd like. Exhale, down dog. Right into that left side, left leg, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Knee to chest. Step through low lunge first, then high lunge. Gaze up, find that balance. Relax and breathe. Find your center. Opening up, warrior two. Nice strong warriors, relax. Peaceful, your warrior. Lift and reach. Exhale, warrior two. Pivot on the left foot this time. Wide-legged stance, other side. This time, take the hands behind the lower back. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms together. Lift the heart to the sky. Let the head drop back. Coming into your forward fold. Leading with the chest. Hinging at the hips. Let the head drop down. Let the arms float up. Shift the weight towards the toes. Toes are slightly in. Try to go deeper. Second time here. Get that head closer to the ground. Soften the knees. Draw the shoulders away. Lift those arms up to the sky. Breathe. And release the fingers. Take the palms center. Coming in for our twist here. Ground that left palm. Float that right arm up. Follow the gaze to the right fingertips. Taking your twist, twisting that rib cage. Twisting that spine. Exhale, float it down. Right, left arm floats up, right palm grounds. Exhale, back to center. We're going to repeat that one more time. Left palm grounds, right arm floats up. Maybe this time going deeper, taking that left palm to the outside of the right foot. Let that upper body draw closer to that right leg. Come back to center. Ground that right palm, left arm floats. Right hand to outer edge of the left foot, twist. Breathe. And come back to center. So from here, we're going to stay here and come right into malasana. So start to just kind of walk the feet in closer. And then when you come in close enough, toes facing out, let those hips drop. Coming into your malasana here. Elbows inside the knees. Hands to prayer. If you feel pretty good here, close the eyes. Maybe start to gently press the elbows into the knees, opening up the hips even more. Nice job, everybody. Great job. It's okay if you can't get close to the ground, if you're standing just with the knees bent slightly. No judgment, no expectation in yoga. Every day is different. Just be patient with your body. Just relax here. Do the best you can do. And then let's slowly bring the palms down. Lift the hips up. Come back to that wide-legged stance. And then just walk to the top of your mat. Find your low lunge. Flow it out. However you'd like. Maybe push-ups. Maybe no push-ups. Exhale, down dog. So stay with me. We're going to come into our pigeon pose. So right leg floats up. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Draw that knee into the chest. And then find your pigeon. Right knee to right wrist. Left foot over to the left wrist. So modify here. Modification is coming to lie on your back. And then bending both knees. Crossing that right ankle over the left knee. So if you're coming into pigeon, before you come into your fold, make sure your right hip isn't sinking or collapsing. Keep everything lifted. Really lift and lengthen through the spine, the crown. And then exhale. Take your forward fold. So if you're taking the modification, make sure that you're trying to really open up those hips. So really start to press that knee. I think it's the right knee away. Feel the hips opening up. If you're in pigeon, you can have fun here, play with the pose, taking the arms out in front, maybe hands in prayer. Maybe start to bend at the elbows, bringing the prayer hands behind the head. Maybe taking a twist here, extending that right arm, threading the left arm underneath, and then rolling on to that left shoulder, left ear. So just find what works for you today. If you want to go for a bind, if you're really feeling good, if you're in the twist, take that right arm up to the sky, wrap it around the lower back, and then find your right foot. Find that right big toe. And start to peel that right shoulder open, chest to the sky. So these are all options. Wherever you are, make sure you're breathing, connecting with that breath. And if you're in that twist, slowly make your way out of it, floating the right arm up. Come back to center. Holding here. Come back up onto the palms. So from here, we're going to take our seated spinal twist. So float that left leg around, cross it over the right, ground that left foot, ground the sits bone, sit up nice and tall. Float that right arm up to the sky. Use that left palm for support. Exhale, cross that right elbow over the left knee and take your twist. Deep inhale. Exhale, twist, let it go. And let's release, come out of the twist, come back through center. Just take a gentle counter twist to the opposite side. And come back to center when you're ready. Left leg floats around. Pass through pigeon. Find your down dog. Right leg extends. Float out. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths. Pedal the heels if you need to. Left leg floats up. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Find your pigeon. Left knee to left wrist. Left foot to right wrist. Take the modification if you did on the other side. Lift and lengthen first. And then exhale, take your forward fold. Opening up these hips. If you want to go for that twist, take the left arm out, thread the right arm underneath, rolling onto that right shoulder, that right ear. Maybe go for that bind, floating that left arm up to the sky first, then wrap it around the lower back. Maybe reach for that left big toe. Peel the chest. Do what feels good for you. Always listen to the body. And if you try something and then it feels too intense, just slowly make your way back to the beginning. If you're in the twist, slowly make your way out. Come back to center. Walking back up onto the palms. And then coming in for that seated spinal twist, that right leg's going to float around. Cross it over the left. Get grounded first. Really lift here. Take that right palm behind the lower back for support, and then reach and extend through the left arm. Exhale. Cross that left elbow over the right knee. Take your twist, twisting from the belly button, the rib cage. Start to gaze over that right shoulder. Using the breath, inhale, exhale on, twist on the exhale, let it go. Inhale, exhale, twist. And then slowly release, come back to center. Take a counter twist to the opposite side. And come back to center. Float that right leg back, pass through pigeon. And then last vinyasa of the practice, extend that left leg up, float out nice and strong, finish here. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, down dog. Float the knees down. Find your child's pose. Take the arms alongside the body. Round the spine. Let the shoulders fall forward. Forehead touches. Inhale, float up to seated, and let's make our way onto our back. So extend the legs out, keep the knees slightly bent. Reaching forward, palms to the sky. Feel that energy floating into the palms all the way throughout the body. Exhale, rolling down. And once you get down there, let's hug those knees into the chest. Maybe give yourself a big hug for your beautiful, strong practice. Thank yourself for getting up, showing up, getting onto your mat today. Doing something positive for yourself. Taking time for your health, your well-being. And then release. Let those feet drop down to the ground. And from here, ground both arms alongside the body, palms facing down. Let's extend both legs up to the sky. Feel the shoulders grounding, the hips grounding. Just breathe here. And then taking the hands inside the thighs, coming in for happy baby. Peace sign fingers wrap around the toes. Flex the soles of the feet. Use that arm strength to really draw those knees closer to the ground. Hips should be nice and open here. A lot of hip opening postures in our practice. Maybe rock from side to side. Maybe extend through the knees. Keep those shoulders grounded, hips grounded. And then bending the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, coming in for butterfly pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. Let those knees drop. Float the arms up overhead. Maybe take hands to opposite elbows. And then stay here if this feels good for you, or feel free to go right into Shavasana. Taking our final posture of the practice. Taking the legs mats with opening up the arms, palms to the sky. Close the eyes. Come back to the present moment. Try to find stillness here in the body and mind. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like, gaining all the wonderful benefits it provides. If you'd like to join me in closing out your practice, start to bring your awareness back. Start to bring some movement into the toes, the fingers, the hands, the feet. Inhale, float the arms up overhead. Bend the knees. When you're ready, rolling onto the right side, coming into a fetal position, just taking some nice deep breaths there. Slowly, maybe keep the eyes closed, coming back up to a comfortable seated position. Roll the shoulders back, lengthen through the spine, crown to the sky. Closing out our practice with 3 cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to practice with you again really soon. May there always be peace in your heart, peace in your words, and peace in your mind. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed your journey today. If you would like to see new classes, please remember to subscribe, like, visit our website at kavelalife.com. Become a member on our Patreon account. By becoming a member, it allows us to create new classes. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Kavela Life. Thank you so much. Namaste.